Morning, dirt movers. We're back out here where we tore down the house yesterday, day before yesterday. It rained 2 inches, so it was too wet yesterday. I'm going to try to dig the pit today, and it looks like it's going to work. So I'll set the camera up and let y'all see as I dig the pit. 1 to probably 3 to get this house buried. think that may be about as deep as I want to go. I know one thing, if I'd have known I was gonna have this job at this location, I'd have never flipped my cutting edge and put the new side on, because this right here is about the hardest thing there is on it. And I dug one pit before I dug this one, and I knew where I was going to dig that one it was going to be on some good soil. But I'm not going to just really push it. I mean, when it gets where I can't rip it, I'm just going to move over, and it's going to be this all the way under here. That's what it is. And I may be just about the bottom of that basement. I might like a little bit, but one thing, I'm glad it did rain. I wish it had rained before I tore down that house. That rain really put a stop to that fiberglass blowing. When I was knocking it down, man, that stuff was going everywhere. So at least the rain kind of settled that fiberglass from blowing around. That's some bad stuff when it goes to getting in your air filters and everything, starts clogging stuff up. But what I may do now, I think I'm going to take that, try to get that wall and let it flip into this pit. Then that just leaves me more room in the pit to put stuff. If I cave it in that way, well, then I'm kind of limited. But the more I get over here in this pit, the more room I've got to put stuff in it. So that's what I'm going to do right now. today. Having camera trouble. I don't know what, the battery died, then it wouldn't start. But I got most of the cellar caved off. I don't know when the camera quit showing that, but it worked better than I thought it did. I got most of the outside wall into here and kind of got some of that stuff walked down. Now there's stuff 2 foot below the ground there. Well, that's like being in a pit, so I usually don't place stuff like that and try to put it where I want it, because if I could have dug 2 pits 20 foot wide, 10 11 foot deep, I'd have just backed up and went to shoving stuff in here, and I wouldn't have to be careful. But I'm kind of limited on how much pit I can dig and where I can dig them. So right now I'm probably going to start getting some of that old bulky concrete and stuff and put it in here. Then that'll just about leave nothing but wood and tin and stuff, and probably dig another pit. I've got to miss this with a pit, or I'll be digging up stuff there. I may have to dig at a little bit of an angle and dig one. I may try to dig one 2 blades wide. I'm probably going to have to move that dadgum tree again and put it out of the way, because I got to put dirt over there. When I get through with everything, I'm going to put that tree and all the other little ones on the middle of this right here, so it'll be clean ground. They can burn it whenever it dries up. So we'll set the camera up and let you see, watch some of that. I'm driving over a cistern over here, so far it's holding up all right. Usually I don't like to do it if they ever cave off when you get one track in there, but I don't think that one's gonna. That one looks pretty narrow unless it really bails out down there in the bottom. So anyway, I'm going to try to get some of this bulkier stuff over here and then dig another pit and see what else we can get in that. So we'll let y'all see that when we get it done. About got my second pit dug. I think I'm going to call it quits on that one. It's getting pretty rocky. You can kind of see this, so I'll start pushing some of that in here. I don't think I can get it all in this one pit. I may have to dig one more, but what I was able to do is dig beside this cistern so I can close it off a little bit better. A lot of times that thing's probably bailed out in the bottom of it, pretty good size. Well, you start shoving dirt in at the top, and a lot of times it'll bridge over down here, but whatever goes to the bottom forces water up. So I'm going to bite in way down here low and try to cave that off and hopefully keep it going in there. Then I'll get some of this sand rock put in there, and then that ought to be below the surface enough. I hope I can still keep it going to the bottom, but that's what's bad. You'll fill one up, it'll bridge over, and it may be a month, it may do it 2 months. You'll come out here and there'll be a hole caved in where that bridge of dirt fell to the bottom and water come up to the top. So anyway, I got into a few things that was right here. I may be getting too close to the edge of the pit, but I pushed them up there, that rock. I'll push that off in here, and most of all that up there is just wood and stuff, so I can get it down here and run over it and break it up. So it'd be nice if that was the last pit I'd have to dig. I mean, I'll have to dig one when I tear them barns down, but that's not no big deal. So we'll let you see that as we're filling in this pit then. Worked out pretty good. I got all of that in here and still got a little room left. I may push some more of that dirt in that cistern. That thing is really, that stuff's still just going right straight down when you throw something in there, and water keeps coming up. Got quite a bit of sandstone there. I may bring it down here and put that in there. I hate to try to put anything else in here as far as trash, because it's pretty shallow way it is now. I can cover it up good if I'll leave it like that. So anyway, we'll let you see some of that later on. Bye. Well, Okay, got everything in the hole, covered up, the dirt knocked back down. Looks better than I thought it was going to look, but that one hole did the trick. I got everything in the second hole. I like them 2 barns. I'm going to come out here tomorrow and work a little bit. That sure leveled up better than what I thought it was going to. So anyway, glad y'all got to see some of that today. So, don't forget, if you hadn't subscribed, I wish you'd do that. And thank you again for watching this channel. Be sure and share it with all your friends and hit the like button. Until we make the next video, don't forget, keep your blade shiny and your tracks clean.